Hej, z tej strony GROnostaj, a dzisiaj znowu gramy w Detektyw Grimoire. Już trzeci raz. Pogadajmy znowu z naszą tajemniczą panią wiedźmą.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down.
Wspaniale, cudownie. Bardzo dziękuję za te tutaj informacje. No, pokażę ci jeszcze troszkę clue. Flippers.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
No dobrze. To jeszcze ci pokażę na przykład to.
No, thank you.
No dobrze. To chcesz!
They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. Two of them you don't see very much anymore. And one of them only grows around the museum.
Zauważyłem. Już to mówiłaś. To chcesz.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
To w odniesieniu tej rzeczy, jak rozumiem.
You can put that away. I can...
Dobrze, dobrze. Wszystko jej pokażę.
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a
O
museum.
właśnie.
I know what it is.
I thought you might.
No właśnie, 60 lat. Prawda?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
If you bring me something with liquid,
No. Profile.
you should ask someone else.
Wszystko.
I have nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all.
Strasznie tajemnicza, taka skryta kobieta. W ogóle jej włosy przypominają liść. Tu się challenge jeszcze nie odblokował.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Rozumiem, że to gra z angielskiego.
I'm not even sure who that is.
Jezu, skąd ty się urwałaś? To jest sławny reżyser filmowy, no jak można go nie znać?
You should ask someone.
No.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though.
Wspaniałe. Pokazaliśmy jej profil i powiedziała, że to cudowna kobieta, która żyje na wspaniałym drzewie i bardzo nie lubi gości. No. Zostały jeszcze 3 profile chyba, z tego co rozumiem. Chociaż może więcej, nie wiem. Zaznaczaliśmy tutaj jeszcze jakieś takie dziadostwa. To suspicious, ponieważ mogła być też jakiś tam motyw ukryty. A, jesteśmy in Tree Halls. O! Tutaj też bardzo ciekawe, że wszystkie stare teksty możemy sobie prześledzić. Tutaj kamienie. To też bardzo przydatne, pewnie jak będziemy musieli... Dobra, idziemy tam przy Outside Office. Aha, nie, tam nie dojdziemy. Musimy iść do... Tutaj do Bridge, tak, dobra. Bo jak będziemy sobie robili już nasze dochodzenie, to wiecie. Dobra, nieważne.
It feels...
No, tak. O! Kafe!
A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense?
No oczywiście było tutaj morze, ale wyschło i zrobiło się bagno. To jak to może nie mieć sensu?
And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
No bo... Czemu nie?
Grass, trees, nothing.
No, na śmieci klikam.
Grass,
No.
The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship. I think. Never really learned much about ships.
No a tu coś leży na tym stole.
The tables
No dobrze.
There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous. Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
No na pewno jest. Tutaj jest plan kostiumu Boggy'ego. No, czemu... I ktoś to se tak wyrzucił. Ciekawe.
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper?
Nie.
Or something more sinister?
No oczywiście, że Sinister. Można sobie poukładać śmieci. Widzę, że tutaj jakaś firma przejmuje ten śmietnik. Ta firma od tych soczków pewnie robiła też to. Może to ona jest w to wszystko zamieszana. Nie no, żartuję. This looks like designs for a boggy costume. What's going on around here? No jakieś tam pomysły mamy. Tutaj te czarne, dziwne spodnie. Dziwna maska, dziwne ręce. No to tego gościa ewidentnie... Chyba tak.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burroughs' black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here.
Ewidentnie od początku to wiedziałem. No tak śmierdziało, że... Znaczy ten Bobby w ogóle się wydaje... No, on może nie być głównym mordercą. On może być wspólnikiem. Zrobił zdjęcie swojemu prawdziwemu mordercy, żeby udowodnić, że faktycznie był to Boggy. Jednakże coś tu ewidentnie nie wyszło, no popatrzcie na tego gościa.
And I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Wow! Przeszliśmy pierwszy chapter. A deadly disgust.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
No, z chęcią.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
Masz na myśli te... No, tak.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
No właśnie. To teraz tak. No chodzi tutaj o to, że Luke w przeszłość, patrz w przeszłość. Lady Weybridge żyje tutaj od czasów, kiedy uznano, że... Okej. Dobra, robimy tak. The Swamp Creature. Was living in the swamp when the... O, tak.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
Też co zauważyłem, challenge się zrobił. Jednakże. Okej, dużo rzeczy.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too.
On ma głos, akcent szkocki.
To anyone who is hungry. or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What?
Uuu. Zna wszystkich ulubione jedzenie, a co jeżeli znasz też ulubione jedzenie Remingtona? Daje mu tam truciznę. Wiecie co, coraz bardziej mam wrażenie, że wszyscy tutaj są zamieszani w to morderstwo. Wszyscy chcieli się do czego przyczynić.
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Bardzo się znali, no to tutaj znali się, ale czy się przyjaźnili, no to nie jest powiedziane.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make.
No to coraz bardziej śmierdzi. Znaczy, śmierdzi śmiercią, więc w sumie śmierci.
The Bog Dog.
O Boże, jaka nazwa. Czyli taki hot dog z Boggy'ego. Nie no, mam nadzieję, że nie robili go na podstawie dziwnych istot, ale wygląda całkiem apetycznie dla kogoś, kto lubi mięso.
He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Okej, no to może on go nie otruł, może ktoś tutaj troszkę dosypał proszeczku, ktoś troszkę posypał Bogdoga pana Grimoire. Co ja plotę? Dobrze wiecie o co chodzi.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog.
Pewnie ten...
Swamp juice.
Ej, to coś się nie zgadza, taki popularny, a w tym koszu na śmieci same były jakieś soczki, więc... Ej, zaraz, patrzcie, przecież to jest ten sam soczek, który był niby tym szlamem znalezionym na ciele ofiary, czyli to wszystko jest maskarada, Boggy nie istnieje.
It looks like... Well, I'll try some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently.
Sprawca kradł, żeby robić maskaradę. Nie dziw się, jeszcze wiele rzeczy ci zniknie, na przykład ten fartuszek, ponieważ ta krew na nim. No dobrze, uznajmy, że to są pomidory.
I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Tak, Richard Remington. After a bog dog. After Harper. O, tak.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Dobrze. Last night.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Okej.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A
Naprawdę?
disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Jezus Maria, jaki z niego detektyw, jak ma głupek, a nie detektyw. No przecież, żeby się ty tutaj nie zdradzać, ty pieronie jeden. On... Dobrze, calm down. Niech zaraz będzie jakieś coś do ułożenia, no bo przecież to jest takie oczywiste.
Not yet.
No boż. No po prostu jak tak można, tak głupie. Challenge unlocked.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
To.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in his storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
Niekoniecznie. Dobra. Myślę, że tak.
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A kto miał lockpick? Agent Folder. Dlatego mi się wydaje, że tu wszyscy współpracują. Może tylko nie ten dziadek? Nie no, to by było dziwne, że wszyscy, a dziadek nie.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Tak.
I can't help you with that.
Dobra. Ja myślę, że tutaj raczej...
It's the most popular drink. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently.
No to wiemy.
It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there.
No też wiem.
Why don't you show that?
Znaczy... Chciałbym, żeby to, co było ociekające...
You don't know everything about.
No, bo wiecie, myślałem, że to tam rozpozna, że... O.
I can't help you with that.
No, chyba już nic tutaj...
Why don't you show that?
No nie. Może Mr. Reg...
He was a friend for many years.
No czyli widzicie, no on nie wygląda podejrzanie, on się z nim przyjaźnił, chociaż ten nóż... On chyba ma wrażenie być tylko takim... złym, a on chyba jest dobry.
If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
No to czemu mi nie helpłeś? Nie wiem.
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
Harper.
I don't know what to say.
No dobra. Mam wrażenie... A, może jeszcze... Dobra, jeszcze... Jeszcze ta babcia, bo ona tu blisko mieszka.
I don't know very much about them.
No okej. Jednak nie. Tu możemy iść, ale jeszcze pójdziemy przepytać babcię, nie?
Somewhere. Well,
Tutaj.
I'm indoors.
A, basz. No. Boggy costume.
I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No właśnie, pomyślcie, ona tam ma niteczki, to może dziergała sobie na drutach strój.
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
W ogóle w sumie o tym nie pomyślałem, tak samo jak tutaj Grimoire mówi, no przecież, no. Można było to zauważyć, a w sumie spytałem ją tylko dlatego, że pojawiła się nowa opcja.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
No, właśnie, też mam takie wrażenie.
You would have done it differently?
Of course, I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering.
Czyli widzicie, dała mu swoje materiały, żeby tak w spokoju ale chyba się tym za bardzo nie przejął.
Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Smutne. Challenge.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
Tutaj.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
Co jeżeli to ona jest The Explorer, odkrywcą? To byłoby szalone. Coraz bardziej mnie wciąga ta historia.
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
I think you wrote something in the journal yourself.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
No popatrzcie, ile ona tutaj ma papierów. Ona jest wiedźmą, ona mogła coś ukryć.
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal. Or what? That I stole.
Skąd ona wiedziała, że to była z końca dziennika? Nie powiedzieliśmy o tym. Czekajcie.
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then I'll show it to you.
To jest ona, to jest wiedźma.
He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
Ła! Tam są ślady! Tajemnica się rozjaśnia, moi drodzy. Ślady mają 2 palce. Ha! Patrzcie!
What's this?
Słuchajcie, to jest niesamowite. Widzimy po raz pierwszy ślady tej istoty. Jest...
Footprints.
Tak, footprints. The lost page ripped out the explorer's journal given to Weybridge by the explorer 16 years ago featured a drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. Also features drawing of Boggy's feet and footprint. He has 2 toes and the front on the one the back. This page proves the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Patrzcie! Ale nogi faktycznie ma takie czarne, jednakże tutaj... No nie, no niesamowite, cały drże. Gdybyście mnie zobaczyli teraz, to... Lepiej nie. Present the clue.
Let's see. First, then tap.
Tak, jak wiemy. To będzie to samo. To nam pozwoli udowodnić, że to jest tym szlamem. Tak.
And now,
Cyk. Ale nic innego nie jest potrzebne, tylko te śmiecie.
got it. Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. This was the exact same liquid.
No właśnie, to jest ten sam liquid. No.
I found these designs.
Nie chciałem tego.
But
Back. Coś tutaj.
If you bring me something with liquid on it,
No dobra.
He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old.
Czyli ma 80 lat.
That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes?
Are you going to tell me?
No.
Uwielbiam to no i się muzyczka urywa. No dobrze, na razie to tyle. Jeszcze pójdziemy sobie gdzieś tutaj dalej. tutaj jest Woodspath Museum. Pójdziemy do... No pójdziemy do ostatniej lokacji, jaka nam została, no cóż. No. Gifts. O. Zobaczmy najpierw.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
Wow! Ej! Tutaj jest maska, tutaj jest maska.
It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell, you know?
Realistyczne, tak?
It's a framed drawing of Boggy. What a shame, it's not even signed.
Tutaj mapa.
It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. Boggy dolls, Boggy toys, Boggy postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad. Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, you know, not outside.
No to piżama.
Boggy doll,
Dobra, dobra.
Boggy doll.
Dobra.
A Boggy's. Maybe I'll get
A, tu coś było.
Boggy's bog mug. Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas. What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all.
No bo...
It's some
Ten
kind
materiał.
of roughly made costume head, I think.
Może ten materiał jest ważny.
There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
Headpiece from a handmade boggy costume. Found hidden amongst the boggy hats in the gift shop. Has an unusual lining with the red swirly pattern. The red lining was a piece ripped from some curtains. Curtains. Wiecie jakie curtains? Curtains oficera z biura.
There aren't many clues over here. Unless those trees are a clue. But I don't think so. There aren't many clues over here.
No dobra, gadamy jeszcze.
What?
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
To jest Sally, a Sally to jest bohaterka drugiej części detektywa Grimoire, którą też kiedyś ogramy.
Did you miss me?
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Dobra, myślę, że nie będziemy już więcej gadać, bo odcineczek ma już dużo czasu, więc za ten odcinek wam bardzo dziękuję. Jeżeli ta tajemnica jest fascynująca i bardzo wam się podoba, no to podzielcie się w komentarzach waszymi podejrzeniami, co wam się wydaje, że tu się dzieje. Widzę, że kogoś tu jeszcze ominąłem. Jednakże za ten odcinek wam bardzo dziękuję i do następnego odcinka. Pa!